everybody, this is your weekly reading for May 27th through June the 2nd. Now, I do want to take a brief moment to say that I'm sorry I didn't get all of the videos out for May, the monthlies. I'm going to get started on June so I can have a fresh start and everything can go normally from there. That way they can actually get out at a normal time for everyone. Again, I do apologize about that. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in. So as you can see, during this week, we still are in retrograde with Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and the North Node. All these are about changes. Jupiter is about inner changes and expanding your inner growth or your personal growth. Saturn is about banishing bad habits, people, fears, flaws that you think you have in your life. Pluto cleans up your life, revisited things that you had left alone. This is also a time where you're probably organizing things or putting things into order in your life. The North Node is about your life direction, thinking about your life direction, where you're going. You may even have trouble making plans on your life direction where you thought, oh, I really want to go this route or do these things, but I need to make some adjustments. So we're going to start the week off with the sun being in Gemini the whole week. The sun is still in Gemini. And Gemini is a curious sign, okay? Gemini likes to look at all sides. I feel like in this case, I'm feeling like Gemini likes to try all the different options. You know what your options are, and you're willing to try all of the different ones that you're going through. And I feel like with this card coming out for that each side of a situation gives you a different aspect or a different point to look at within an issue or a problem. And all of these come together to help you build more sturdier foundations and what it is that you want to do. Okay. Tuesday, you have the full moon in Sagittarius and Mercury in Gemini. So let's start with the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. This is about emotions. Emotions that may be coming to the surface. Habits that you have created out of independence or seeking adventure or trying different things or wanting new things. That is about to come to a close. And I feel as though you're going to be more direct about the things that you want and the things that are good for you. I feel like you're just in a moment of trying different things. Yeah. So I do feel like you're going to start speaking your mind about the things that are best for you and not keeping things to yourself, your emotions. Stepping away from bad decisions and making better decisions, even though it may seem like it's hard or it may take a lot of effort, a lot of emotion, a lot of pressure. You're gonna do it. I feel like this is the time where you're gonna put your foot down. Okay. So next we have Mercury in Gemini on that Tuesday as well. And this is you voicing your opinions. Look at that. Voicing your opinions to make a more stable future for yourself. Okay. It's like you're going to get knowledge. communication is going to come to you to give you clarity on certain situations. And I feel like you're going to feel better about giving more. Things are going to feel more equal. You're going to feel like you're starting to step into something that is more promising. It's a feeling of feeling out, like feeling separated from a situation and now feeling like you're merging back together with it. Very interesting energy. And it has to do with others. I feel like both of you, if you're dealing with someone, both of you did your individual thing. And now you're going to start to come together. Okay? And see that you both offer something different to each other. And that is going to help you work together more strong moving into June. And June is about others and how others fit into your life. So we're going to move into your weekly readings. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. Hello, this is the weekly reading for the element of fire for May 27th through June 2nd. And we are going to start with Aries. So Spirit, what do you have for Aries? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of during this week? The Magician in reverse, 4 of coins, 4 of swords in reverse, 6 of coins, 5 of cups, and the Empress. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of coins, and we have the 2 of swords in reverse. Okay. I'm going to move this over here. I didn't even light a candle today. So I'm going to light this candle, Aries. Okay. So let's start with the first card being your energy, as I always do. We have the Magician in reverse. Okay. So the Magician in reverse tells me that I feel as something is going wrong this week. It's a good indication that you're not in control of what's happening and you want to be in control. It's a good indication that you have tried to use your best abilities to move things along or to do what you feel is necessary, and it hasn't turned out the way that you want it to be. And it's time to refocus your thoughts or your goals. 4 of coins says you're holding on to something a little bit too tightly. Ways of thinking, a job per se, something that is in a physical manifestation. But it's very interesting because it feels like you're doing it out of goodness. It's not coming from a negative point, but it's just not the way that it should be. The 5 of Cups here is telling me that there is a sort of sadness or a distress from trying to hold on to something so tightly. There is an indication that you're overdoing it with the 4 of Swords in reverse. Definitely overdoing it. It's time to step back. It's time to take a rest, because the way that you're going is not navigating you in the best way possible. The Empress in reverse tells me that there isn't enough attention, nurture, care to a particular situation, and that's leaving you sad this week. Okay, so be careful about holding on to things too tightly, or people holding on too tightly to you. It's time to refocus the way that you're doing things, the way that you're giving, the way that you're accepting or allowing these things to take place in your life. Your overall energy is the 9 of Coins in reverse and the 2 of Swords. This is very interesting because this says that things are difficult. This seems like a very difficult week for you. There are difficult aspects, whether this be in career or love or anything of that matter. It just proves to be not an easy week for you. Okay? And the 2 of Swords is telling me to reevaluate. Okay? Reevaluate where you're going. Reevaluate your direction. It's time to take action and go with the flow of that action, right? It may not turn out positive. It may not be the best feeling in the world, is what I'm getting from this. But there needs to be a change this week for you all. There may also be a loss of a pregnancy for someone. Feeling of loss of children. An innate feeling of like, I've given so much for nothing. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So you can too be happy, Aries. You can find happiness. Happiness is available for you. That's something that is real, and that's something that you can have. There's just a need to refocus your thoughts and your goals of what it is that you're attempting to hold on to. You're holding on just a little bit too long. Okay? Alright, so next we have Leo. Spirit, what do you have for Leo for May 27th through June 2nd? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? Leo, you guys stop. Okay. 5 of Coins. 5 of Coins, 9 of Cups, Tower in reverse, the Fool, Page of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Coins in reverse. Excuse me. So overall energy, you may be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You may be very intuitive this week as well. Very nurturing. Nurturing and caring and having a lot of hope for others and those around you. Worrying about the future, I feel like it's a little hard right now financially or just stability wise, and you're trying to nurture a situation to make it better, whether it be with a particular situation or people around you. With the 5 of Coins being your immediate energy here, it talks about sadness or being left out in the cold, fiending for yourself. Okay, this may be because of a risk you're taking, or there's a need to take a risk. Now, the thing is, there may be a risk that you want to take, but it could be positive, it could be negative. There's not a feeling of, oh, if I do this, this is gonna put me on this path like the magician. You're just taking a risk. You're full of hope and spontaneity, I want to say. You want to feel content and happy this week. And I feel like there are aspects of your life that are positive, but there are some things that you would like for to be better. There could be an air sign in your life, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is not following through with the promises that they said they were going to give to you, or do what it is that they said they were going to do. But yet and still, I feel like you feel happiness within the situation, or contentment regardless of that fact. Why? Because you're trying to stop the worst from happening with the Tower in reverse. Okay? You're trying to avoid disaster, and you're doing it the best way that you know how, and thinking that this person or this situation is the best for you, and perceiving the good or the positive communication within it all. So you're definitely nurturing a situation and hoping that it is at its best now. You know, like it's just a downtime, or you're feeling this certain way, and that things will eventually get better for you. I do feel like you do want to take risks. The thing about that is, I don't feel as though you're going to get what you want. And what I mean by that is, you can communicate your feelings, how you feel, what it is that you want, Leo. But I don't think that it's going to be perceived in the way that you want it to. I think that they're going to try, but I don't think it's going to be a direct 360. Okay? So just be nurturing and be aware of what is happening, even though this is a difficult situation. You have worry. I am learning that worry does not change the outcome, and that is very true. You can worry yourself to death about a situation if you want, Leo, but it's not going to help change the situation. I feel like this week you're just going to find the best in the situation as it is. I don't feel like that you're going to make some changes. You may try to, but I don't feel like there will be changes, whether by your hand or another hand. Okay? Okay. Last but not least, we have Sagittarius. So Spirit, what do you have for Sagittarius from May 27th through June 2nd? What would you like them to know during this week, pay attention to, or be aware of this week? Your first card is the Temperance, Strength in reverse, Seven of Spears, excuse me, Queen of Swords in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Ace of Coins. On the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Spears in reverse and the Six of Cups. So as the bottom of the deck says, you may feel like you're out of control in a situation where you thought you may have had control. You don't have control about the past, ideas of the past, people in your past, situations that you thought you had control over. I just feel like you don't have control over as much as you thought. Maybe like your direction, maybe career-wise. It just feels like there isn't a direction linked to the past. It may have to do with a person or situation coming back up that you thought you had rectified. But you have the Temperance. The Temperance talks about patience. It does talk about balancing yourself. So this week, that is very important for you. I feel like you're good at that. But this is a weak spot for you, or a weak point, a weak moment in your life that is going to test you. Okay, this may have to do with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that is very cold-hearted or mean, or can be. They come in and out. They say things to hurt your feelings. they know exactly how to get you to a point that hurts you. And it's like you're reviewing the situation. It feels like because this person is a weak point for you, or they know how to get to your weaknesses, it's like you're staying around though, because you don't want to make any rash decisions. You're definitely standing up for what it is that you believe in with this person. I'm also seeing work as well. But I do feel like if this is a relationship, that something good will come, especially with the Ace of Coins. Something that is stable, that you were waiting on. If you can get past this weak moment, almost like a lesson, there will be something stable. It's like, I'm feeling like a small, like an Easter egg or a glimmer of hope. It's not like the official thing, like if you want to get married, they're not going to get on their knee. But it's something close to it, like they may start being nicer if they're being mean right now, or something like that. But it's a step towards something greater. Now with career, I feel like you have been fighting this situation and being patient. This is a weak moment for you and you really want things to change, like within your career. You're perceiving that there is someone negative, or there's someone being negative to you. It looks like a boss. But you're reviewing the situation before you act. It may be messing with your self-confidence a little bit, but I feel like your patience is going to take you places. It may feel like in all these situations you felt like you were done or over this, and it seems to come back around this week. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This card can also indicate situations as well. Friendship is... I'm hearing to say that everything is for a reason. This could be a person that comes into your life, or a situation that comes into your life for a reason. It may be hard for you. You may not understand it. You may have thought you closed out this chapter, but it's coming to bring something stronger into your life. It's like if you have the patience to get through this hard time, it's going to unfold a whole nother section of your life. Okay, so even though you can't control this, even though you want to fight, you know, it's a good time to use that patience on this. It's like something from your past, or something you have to relive to renew yourself this week. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. If you want a private reading, that link's in the description box below. I love you so much. Love and light. Bye bye.